And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much, man. And what a way to end Week 15 of the NFL season. One of the wildest and saddest weeks of the NFL season, with the Pittsburgh Steelers being visited by their neighbors all the way down in South Florida, the Miami Dolphins. Hopefully the fishes don't freeze up in this game. Opening kickoff is received by the Miami Dolphins, and they get a okay return. David Stegosaurus is going to be a great matchup of steel and splashes, man. And if that steel is not, if it's not, doesn't have that, coating, it might rust. We'll see. Especially with that extra sea salt that the Dolphins are bringing in. I don't know. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Thank you so much, man. It's great to have everybody here, man. We got Captain Mickey Mouse in the chat as well. And it's going to be fakes the handoff, gets it out to the tight end in the flat. It's going to pick up about 15. Ooh, nice little spin move. Keeps it going. And that's going to be 15 plus for the tight end, Hill. Captain, imagine if you get Bills back-to-back. Ooh. I mean, the way that they're playing, man, they're entertaining. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, that was about 17 yards there by the tight end. Nice little play action. Oh, I see Alec Ingold. I actually met him in Green Bay this year at the NFL draft. He actually signed that hat that you're seeing in the back here. One of those signatures is his. All right, this one, a swing pass to Achan, and that picks up, actually loses a yard on the play. Alex Highsmith blowing that up. I don't know, all of a sudden I developed a lisp. But how's everybody doing? David, Captain, how you guys doing tonight, man? How we doing? How we doing? Oh, and I forgot to mention, Ingold, Alec Ingold, is a former Wisconsin Badger. All right, we got 2nd and 11, ball at the 46. Achan with a nice spin move, but is only able to pick up about 3 yards down to the 49. Nick Herbig, another Wisconsin Badger, making a play there, man. Yeah, Ingold trying to take out Herbig, nearly took him out, but the former Badger there going head-to-head with his, I believe, his former teammate. Trying to see when. No, I think Ingold was graduated by then. But anyway, yeah, two Badgers going at it there. All right, 3rd and 7. Play clock at 1. Nice. Gets it off. Tua pressure throws, and that's going to be incomplete. And that was a Porter on the coverage, man. Captain, that game might actually be in your area for Week 16 because it is in Cleveland, Ohio. Woo! Let's go, man. I'd be down, man. Cleveland, they've been a weird, kind of almost very entertaining the last couple weeks, so we'll see. Chris Lasso, good evening, good evening. Hey, what's going on, brother? Go Dolphins, man. Go Dolphins. Let's freaking go. Unfortunately, they are punting right now, so I don't think that's a correlation, right? And it goes into the end zone for a touchback. All right, we're going to see Aaron Rodgers taking the field here, I think, after the commercial break. Oh, man. Also, let me know how the it's gonna be weird, but how does my face look? Because the last couple weeks, the last couple days, especially this week, I felt like the light that I had was kind of a little bit too intense. So let me know if it. Well, I was gonna say, let me know if my face looks weird. It always looks weird. That's not what I'm talking about. How is the lighting? There we go. Fins up. Let's go. All right, fins up. All right, that's what we say. All right, fins up. Let's go. So that is the Dolphins. Go Pack, go! Fins up. I like it. Alrighty, Captain Mickey Mouse with the injury report here. Running back Jalen Warren, illness questionable. James Pierre out. Andres Pete out. T.J. Watt lung out, and Derek Harmon out as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, those are all Pittsburgh Steelers, but yes, I got you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, a lot of veterans right there, man. Like Derek Harmon, T.J. Watt, Andres Pete. I mean, Pete has been in the league for a long time. So yeah, no Jalen Warren. So a lot of the former Philadelphia Eagle, Gainwell, probably going to be carrying the rock or getting at least 20 to 25 touches in this game. He's a versatile running back, man. Even to be honest with you, the last couple of weeks he's been kind of superseding Jalen Warren a lot. He's been kind of being the number one there, not by a whole lot. They still very much like to use Warren. He's also a versatile back, man. He's definitely more of the bruiser when he runs. Gainwell is a little bit more finesse, but he can still catch out of the backfield, especially some deep routes, man. Rodgers really likes to get him on those like 5 to 10 plus routes down the field. So expect to see those tonight. All right, Rodgers under center here, ball at the 20, single back in the backfield, single receiver on that left side. Rolling out, rolling out. Ooh, gets it out underneath, and I believe that is Giannu Smith picking up about a yard or two. All right, we know Miami's reputation, man. When it gets cold, especially when it starts to get below freezing, they tend to kind of freeze up, and they have struggled to get wins in December into January, especially. But right now, they are red hot, man. They are one of the best teams over the last 6 games, man. 5-1 over their last 6. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Marquez Valdez Scantling on the right side there. MVS, former Green Bay Packer teammate of Aaron Rodgers. Hand off to Gainwell, and he gets about a yard, man. Nearly upended by a former Green Bay Packer, Rasul Douglas, man. There is a lot of guys either that played for Wisconsin or played in Wisconsin as Green Bay Packers in this game, man. Like just off the top of my head, there's probably at least 6 or 7 that are starters. All right, 5 receiver set, ball at the 22, 3rd and 8 coming up here. He's got 2 receivers split out to the left. Rodgers looking, pressured, throws it underneath to Gainwell, makes a man miss, and he's going to come up about a yard shy of the first. 4th and 1 coming up. So yeah, that was Rasul and Brooks. Rasul got there first. Brooks helping finishing that one off, man. Malik. Yeah, Malik Washington, one of the speedier returners in the NFL, man. He has already returned one for a touchdown, and he picks it up on the bounce, gets it down to the 30. Captain Andrew Meyer, tricep, and he's out. Okay, right on, man. Appreciate you, Captain. Appreciate you. The lights look great there. Heck yeah, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, right now these teams kind of just feeling each other out. I think the cold is gonna take them a little bit to figuratively and literally get warmed up a little bit. It is a cold, cold day in Pittsburgh, man, and it's the wind chill is not helping either, man. And if you live anywhere cold, you know that the temperature that you see before the wind chill does not matter. All right, simple as that. Yeah, it could be 25 degrees, but if the wind chill makes it feel like it's eight, it's 8 degrees. It's 8 degrees. Come on. All right, we got Tua under center here, tight end in motion, hand off to Devon Achan, and he picks up about 7 or 8 there. And Achan, man, he has been a workhorse for them all season long, man. Like in years past, he's dealt with a couple injuries here and there, like typically mostly just kind of like hamstring stuff. But this year he has been healthy. He's been the number one, the unquestioned number one back. And right there, yeah, over 250 touches, over 1,500 scrimmage yards this season, career highs. All right, Tua under center, another toss to Achan. He's broken loose to the 40, to the 45, and is going to be picked up and nearly dropped on his head down to the 49. Walking the dog. Hey, you got to walk the doggos. I got you, my man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Say hello to the puppers for me, man. All right, Tua, little play action. Throws it over the middle, and that's going to be Jalen Waddle picking up 11 yards and a first down. And they're going to be well into Steeler territory here. Yeah, obviously, ever since Tyreek Hill went out a while ago, I think closing in on 2 months now without Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, man, he has been, I mean, he's been the clear number one option. I think um, it's only made it even more likely that we have seen the last of Tyreek Hill as a Miami Dolphin. Tua under center, play action, looks, throws to the left, and it's going to be intercepted. That one was a floater, and Samuel comes up with the interception. That was well underthrown, man. And Asante Samuel Jr. picks it off. And he was a guy that I was hoping the Packers would pick up throughout the season. The major reason why he was unsigned, despite playing some decent football in his career. He was never a true like, oh my god, this guy's a perennial All Pro. He at times played as at a Pro Bowl level, but he had that neck injury last season, and it was anytime you're dealing with neck injuries, man, it can be a scary, scary thing for teams to take a chance on. And but he was medically cleared, and the Steelers picked him up, man. And right now, Asante Samuel Jr. making a massive, massive play for the Pittsburgh Steelers here, picking off Tua Tagovailoa as the Dolphins were marching towards getting in somewhere near field goal range here. Chris, whenever the run is working too well, the Dolphins start passing. Yep. Yep. God forbid you just keep doing what's working. I know, man. Like I like McDaniel as a coach, man. I hope he sticks around. It's kind of I feel like it's like 35, 65, 35 that he'll stay, 65 that they'll likely move on. But yeah, man, I think he's really good offensive mind. But I feel like a lot of young offensive minded head coaches they feel they're like, oh, I got to change it up just for the sake of it, just so I don't. It's like, no, man. Being predictable is only bad when it's not working. Some of the best teams are basically, you know what's going to happen before the play. You know it's going to be a pass, or you know it's going to be a run. You know it's going to go to one of these two guys. But the best kinds of coaches, the best kinds of schemes are able to get those guys to get the ball somehow. Makes it look like they're running the same route until the very end when they, cut it to the left, cut it to the right, up, down, whatever it is. You play off of your tendencies, but you don't go away from them necessarily. But Chris, what's your prediction tonight, man? Give me a score that's kind of in your head. Let me know. Let me know, Captain. If you're still here, my man, same thing. Give me a prediction. All right, we got 7:54 here. Rodgers and the Steelers with the ball at their own 19. Single back in the backfield, single receiver on that right side. Toss to the left. Gainwell with some momentum. He goes airborne, and the ball is loose. Was he touched, though? Yeah, that was Jalen Waddle basically just running a kind of like a little bit of a corner route there. And it's going to be another run by Gainwell. He gets about 4 here, so 3rd and 1. Oh, no, that's actually Jalen Warren. Oh, okay, so Jalen Warren was questionable. Gotcha, but he's playing. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. All right. With Hayward at quarterback, the Steelers are going to try to do a tight end sneak here on 3rd and 1. And, it's going to be very close. It's going to be very close. I think they're only giving him half a yard. Not going to get it. All right, running the same play again. Rodgers in the back. Hayward falls forward, picks up the yard that they needed, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Chris, Dolphins 24, Steelers 17. Ooh, all right, I like it. especially from what we've seen this week, man. So that's a relatively low scoring game. I like it. All right. I'm going to give you my prediction, and this is going to be more hopeful than anything else. I think Dolphins going to win 23-20. And Gainwell with a carry, a little swing pass to the right, gets nothing on that one. 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, the Steelers need a win tonight, man, because otherwise they're going to be kind of right back where they were almost a week ago, tied up with the Baltimore Ravens. Rodgers drops back, looks, throws over the middle, finds his man, DK Metcalf, across the 50, down to the Miami 48. Rodgers finding his number one option here on 2nd and long. All right, 1st and 10, ball to 48. Rodgers hands it off. Warren breaks the tackle, and he's going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards there. Hey, let's freaking go, man. We got 4 people watching on a Monday night, baby. Let's freaking go. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Please, if you're new or you just joined us, leave a like on the video, subscribe. It helps out a ton. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Rodgers under center. Single receiver to the left. Gets the handoff. Warren nearly getting away. Gets tripped up for a gain of 1. Sets up a 3rd and short. Yeah, that's the one thing with Warren, man. He's Gainwell. I would say, I guess I wouldn't say he's faster, but he's definitely a little bit more versatile, and he can get to his top speed a little bit quicker. But Warren, dude, he is such a sudden runner, man. Every single move is so twitchy. Rodgers in the shotgun, quick throw to the outside, and that goes right through the hands of Calvin Austin. Rodgers kind of throwing that one a little low. Rodgers on the previous play with the run, he was very frustrated either with the play call or somebody just wasn't really happy. Was yelling towards the sideline. Going with Dolphins, A-Rod is too angry. Hey, he's got to calm down, man. For a guy that takes a lot of drugs, he's an angry human being sometimes. It's going to be a throw to the outside, and Kenneth Gainwell, just like I said it, man, target him down the field, and he picks up a big 1st down. And the Steelers, man, aggressive on this drive, have gone for it on 4th down twice. Oh, nice little flat route there. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 32 of Miami. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Hands it off to Kenneth Gainwell. Breaks a tackle, breaks another, but cannot break Brooks' tackle. Loses a yard on the play. That was really good by Gainwell. That was just terrible blocking by everybody else. If you break 2 tackles in the backfield, you should be able to come up with some positive yardage. And if you don't, that means bad blocking. Simple as that. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that right side as well. Rodgers flips it out to Warren, who breaks a tackle and gets smoked by Robinson there. I think that probably is going to be a no gain, maybe half a yard on that one. Oh, and it was actually one of my favorite names to say, Chop Robinson. Yeah, dude. Second year player out of Penn State. 3rd and 11. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Single receiver on the right side. Rodgers pressured and cannot get away. Will be sacked back at the 44. And that'll likely take them out of field goal range here. And that was Jordan Brooks, man, the former Seattle Seahawk, bringing down the future first ballot Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers on 3rd down. All right, that'll be the final play of the first quarter, man. So not a whole lot of points, none actually. Just a lot of really good offense. A lot of great defense and some at times really bad offense. Yeah, right now the Dolphins are really the only team that seems to be getting close to points. They just need to stop turning the ball over. Tua throwing an interception there in the middle part of that first quarter. Trying to see here. So I was looking at who the backup was to Achan, but it looks like it's a combination of Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon. Is Darren Waller actually healthy, or is he still on injured reserve? Because when he was healthy this season, man, that guy was going off, man. I think he scored. I think he only played in like 2 or 3 games when he came out after coming out of retirement, but he scored like 2 or 3 touchdowns, man. He had a freaking heck of a game. All right, we're back here, baby. Let's go. Come on. So the Steelers, this is their 64th straight game with scoring either 7 points or less in the first quarter. That is a long freaking time, dude. We're talking what? Nearly 4 seasons of basically only being able to score on once in a single quarter, man. That is wild. You would think accidentally you would kick a field goal at some point, along with a touchdown. Yeah, so the Steelers are not they're not a fast starting team. All right, Miami with the ball here at their own 20. Tua under center, hands it off, and that's gonna pick up about 2 yards, getting it down to the 22. And that was the backup, Jalen Wright. All right, Tua in the shotgun, running back to his left there. And I believe that is Darren Waller picking up what is looking like a first down here. Nice little swing pass there to the tight end. Chris Waller is active, was out for injury, but returned. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I didn't notice him on the first two drives. That's why I was like, I thought he was back, but okay, there we go. Plus, he just caught the pass too. So, all right, holy cow, we got 3 guys in the backfield with 2 there. It's gonna be a handoff. Achane breaks a tackle, and he will pick up 6 yards. Actually, maybe only 5. Also, I keep on calling him Devin. It's a Devon Achane. All right, Tua hands it off again. Achane, he finds about 3 yards. So 3rd and 2 coming up. Uh-oh. Patrick Queen getting into it a little bit here. No flags, I believe. Yeah, the former Baltimore Raven. He's been really good for the Steelers, man. He really hasn't reached the heights that he did in his first 2 or 3 seasons with Baltimore, but he's been really, really solid for them. All right, Tua in the shotgun, running back to his right, single receiver on that left side. Looks, Tua takes off, and he will. Looks like he's going to be about half a yard short of the first. And yeah, he was downed by contact about half a yard shy. And I don't think Miami's going to get the ball out. I think they were thinking about going for it. They spent a little too much time thinking about it. All right, ball is moved back to the 34. Punt is away. And it'll be, woo! Austin absolutely wrecked immediately after catching that one. Luckily, he bounces right back up. But yeah, it gets tackled around the 29. So it looks like one of the corners for the Steelers got hurt on that punt. It was Brandon Eccles, who I think he's their third, third or one of their slot corners. I was trying to think of where he was in the depth chart, but at this point, he usually plays inside. But yeah, they're already pretty thin at that position. All right, we're still looking for our first points here, man. Like one of these teams is gonna have to accidentally fall into the end zone. I feel like, because right now the Steelers, they look like they're kind of, I don't want to say they're getting in their own way. They just seem to be non-committal to the running game. I think they're the best chance to get down the field and actually score some points is by passing. It's gonna be a toss. Warren breaking loose. Oh, just as I say that, of course, he breaks off a massive chunk, but we do have a flag. If it stands, they're going to be near the 47 of Miami. And it's a hold. Bringing it back, that's the veteran tight end, Jonnu Smith. Yeah. I mean, they got him clear as day right there. All right, 1st and 20. 3 receivers to the left. Rodgers gets it underneath, and that's going to pick up some decent yardage. Pick up about 6 or 7 there. All right, quick snap. Gets it out to Darnell Washington, and the big man staying on his feet, fighting for yardage. It takes about half of the Miami Dolphins to bring him down. And he picks up another big chunk there for the Steelers, so it'll be 3rd and about 5, 3rd and about 6. Dude, that is a massive human being. 6'7". They list him at 264, but dude, the guy looks like he's like 275. It literally looks like a defensive end running down the field with the ball in his hand. All right, we got 3rd and 3 coming up. Ball at the 36. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looks, pressure, and down he goes again on 3rd down. And that is, I believe, Silas bringing him down. David Staggers, guess who's back? Back again. David's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? There we go, man. Get your own theme song coming back, man. All right, punt is away. You haven't missed really anything. And it'll be fair caught. The punt is fair caught at the 31, maybe the 30 there. Yeah, were you here when the interception happened? Yeah, Tua threw a pick. Rodgers has been sacked twice on third down, each of the last two drives. Let's freaking go, man. We got 5 people watching on a Monday night. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're new to the channel or you're just joining us, please leave a like and subscribe. Helps out the channel, helps out the video a ton. Thank you. Yeah, that was Zach Seiler. They're bringing them down. Yeah, Seiler. He's been a really good player for Miami for the last. I think he's been here for what 3 or 4 years now, and like he's not a guy that gets a whole lot of you never really see or hear his name in the media, but the guy is a guy that like you. That's how you build a team. That's how you build a front seven. Like the guy can play the run, and we just saw he can get a little bit of pass rush. Doesn't have a whole like he's a big guy. He's a bigger guy. He doesn't have the crazy agility of I'm trying to think of a big guy that has some wiggle to him, but like he's not a defensive end. He's very much a big guy that you can put in the middle, eat up some space. But they do put him out on the edge every once in a while, or on the just on the other side of the guard. And he's mostly a power guy, but he does have some moves, man. So. All right, Tua in the shotgun, running back to his right, receiver in motion. HN with some blockers, but he gets wrapped up by Harrison after just a gain of about 4. Yeah, I came back and I was like, oh, 0-0. And then I was like, no, I paused it, then caught up live, and I was like, oh, I was correct the first time. Yep. I've actually been bit behind since Disney isn't airing this game on ABC. Dumb. Yep. Same. I have to use the old YouTube TV for this one. So 2nd and 6. Tua under center. Pre-snap motion. Ooh, nice little fake. Rolling out to his left. Pumps and dumps. Incomplete, throwing it out of bounds. 3rd and 6. Found nothing down the field, man. Chris Seiler is solid. Been with Dolphins since 2019. Okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure. I was like, I can't remember if he was drafted in that 2020 draft or if it was before, but I knew he'd been for a little bit. All right, Tua looking 3rd and about 6. Finds somebody down the field to the 45, down at the 41. Wow. Is that HN? No. No, that was A-Chan, dude. Holy freaking cow. He went a long way. He was in the backfield with Tua and just found his way across the field, drifting into deeper coverage. Sorry, into the deep side of that coverage. Luckily, the defensive coverage started kind of going up to try to stop Tua from running. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Achan picks up 4. Sorry, that was a rookie, Ollie Gordon, with a carry. And Seastrom. Wow, that was a first down. Seastrom. Good morning. How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dude, we got the whole crew here, man. We got David, we got Chris, we got Captain, we got Dahlia, we got Seastrom. Let's freaking go. Love it, man. 2nd and 6, ball at the 37. This one is Devin Achan, and he picks up another 4. Sets up a 3rd and 1. All right, Miami in scoring position here, all right? This would be about a 49-yard field goal, so they might want to be able to get it. Sorry, this would be a 50-yard field goal. They're at the 32. Ideally, you want to be at least around the 25. All right. Tua in the shotgun, running back behind him there, and it's going to get blown up back at the 35, a loss of 3. That play never had a chance, man. Patrick Queen just knifed right up the middle. And oh boy, we got the rookie Ollie Gordon. He has not gotten up after that tackle. Let's see here, what happened? Got hit in the thigh. Oh, I think it might have been his left knee or maybe a left ankle. It looked like when he was being brought down, it kind of got caught in the grass. Good news is he's walking off the field, so all right. And Seastrom, who do you got winning today, man? Let me know, let me know. Yeah, so it looks like he's fine. It might have just been like a little bit of a scare, you know, maybe a little bit of a hyperextension, the fear that it got caught on the turf, basically. All right, man. This one for Riley Patterson, 54 yards. He is 5 for 11 from 50 or more. Kick is up, and it is good. Woo! It was starting to drift a little to the right, man, but I wasn't sure if it had the distance on that one, but the Dolphins on the board for the first time, the first team to score, man, and we got 5:11 left in the second. Whew. All right, guys. How's the holiday shopping going for you guys today? This year. Any good finds? Any good things? What are we planning? Are we hosting this year? Are we going somewhere? Let me know. Let me know. David, go Pittsburgh, baby. Let's go. Yeah, man, the Steelers, the first, I would say, what, the first 5 games, they were looking good. Everything was looking up. It looked like they had made the right decision. Rodgers looked like they were going to be Super Bowl contenders or like one of the top, top teams to be in that race. And then the wheels just started falling off, man. And some of the cracks became canyons. And it just hasn't been consistent enough. They've kind of steered the ship in the right direction a little bit here, but yeah, man, it does not bode well for the Steelers right now. They look like a team that if they do make the playoffs, it is going to be kind of a one and done kind of thing. And Patterson unable to get the ball in the landing zone, so Pittsburgh actually going to have great field position. All right, Rodgers, quick throw to the outside. And that is going to be Giannu Smith, who bounces off a tackle, picks up 11. And they're going to be at midfield here. Ooh. You ever heard Christmas crackers? I'll be making some Thursday during the stream, and Tuesday I have 2 potlucks this week. Ooh, I have not, man. I've never had them. Yeah, Christmas crackers. I have to look that up. All right, Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver on that right side there. Ball at the 50. Hand off to Warren, and he picks up about 3 there. And they're in Miami territory. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that left side. Fakes the handoff, gets it out to Darnell Washington on the little flat route there, and he picks up a first down. Yeah, man, if it's not DK Metcalf, it's the tight ends. Like, that seems to be the only couple, I should say, the only players that Rodgers seems to trust on a consistent basis outside of, once again, DK. Rodgers 10 for 11, 80 yards on the night so far. 5 receiver set. 2 to the right. Quick throw gets it out to Kenneth Gainwell down the field, and that he's going to be very close to a first down. So yeah, I'm looking up holiday crackers. They're like looks like they're like a gift wrap thing. Interesting. All right. All right. Yeah, I did not know about these. And Pittsburgh is going to have to burn their first time out here. Rodgers, once again, seems a little frustrated with his teammates. Oh, sorry. These are a little different than those. Okay. All right, we got Rogers under center, ball at the 25 here. Single receiver to the left. Single back in the backfield. Toss to Gainwell going to the right side. And he finds the edge. Picks up about 5 there before going out of bounds. Clock is stopped at 2:30. David, I usually eat club crackers in the soup slash stew season. Look up Christmas crack. I just prefer to call it crackers because it's less likely to be misconstrued with something not. Gotcha. You selling smack? And we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 when we come back. Oh, I see what I see what it I see what it is. I see what it is. Okay. So yeah, it's like a so it looks like it has like a bunch of like sprinkles with either some chocolate, maybe a little bit of peanut butter, and there's like a like a wafer maybe on the bottom. Maybe I don't know. Chris Darnell Washington is a left tackle playing tight end. Basically, yeah. Weirdly enough, I feel like he's not fleet-footed enough to be a tackle, but that's basically the size. Yes, it's almost unfair. Um, I think he only has like 200 and something yards. I think he's under 300 yards this season, so he's not like a, he's not gonna. I would be very surprised if Darnell Washington ever, hits 500 plus in a single season. He's not. I don't think he's that kind of receiver. Or sorry, tight end slash receiver. But yeah, he's a big dude, and as long as he can get the ball in his hands, and he can get some momentum, yeah, I wouldn't want to be the guy that brings him out. I would be looking around and be like, all right, anybody else gonna be joining me? Come on, linebackers. Can I get a defensive end? I'm like, if I know I got like 4 other guys that are gonna be like a step behind me, I'll go in there. But if there's nobody there, I'm gonna be like, I'm cramping up, ah. I'll be like, oh no, he got away from me, ah. David, okay, I looked it up and I am not interested. I am not a huge toffee fan, nor nuts on chocolate. I mean, it looks like a good time for the people who enjoy it, but I'd rather have what I grew up knowing as. Oh, okay. An actual saltine cracker, a layer of essentially toffee, sort of, and a layer of chocolate plus any number of potential optional toppings like nuts, crushed up candy canes, and M&Ms. Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I like almost everything. Like I'm not I like I don't mind some toffee. I don't mind it. Um, but I don't typically like a lot of sugary toppings on something that's already kind of sweet. But okay, gotcha. Puppy chow. There we go. You can't go wrong with some puppy chow, man. Kenneth Gainwell catches the screen on the right side, and he picks up 4 out of the 5 that they needed. 3rd and 1 coming up. And Seastrom only had puppy chow once or twice. It's good. Yes, it is, man. So good. I like mine with a little bit more peanut butter than like the sugar, the powdered sugar. If it has too much powdered sugar, I get a really like quickly get a stomach ache. So yeah, I like mine with a little bit, a little bit more peanut butter than anything else. Yeah, like my candy, like my stuff in. I like a little bit more, slightly a little bit more salt than sweet when it comes to my holiday treats. That's usually what I go for. But okay, gotcha. Christmas crack. It does sound very intense. Hey man, come here. What's going on? You want some of this Christmas crack? What kind of house party you running here, man? All right, we got 151. Toss to the right. And Warren is not able to get it. Apparently, Miami used a timeout here before, and it'll be 4th and 1 coming up. Miami uses their second timeout here. So they are definitely trying to get the ball back before the half. That was a Rasul Douglas just running headfirst into that pile, man, and able to bring him down. All right, the Steelers are not going for the field goal here. They're staying on the field offensively, and they're going to try to get it into the end zone. All right. Tight end sneak, and it's going to be close. I think he got it. I think he got it. All right, in the chat, candy canes or no candy canes? All right, the Dolphins are actually they still stop the clock here, even though Pittsburgh got the first down here. Holy cow! Look at the. There's a lot of open seats in this stadium right now. To be fair to the fans, it is cold as crap. So, all right, 3 tight end set, single back in the backfield. Rodgers play action, rolling to his left, trying to find. He's got plenty of time. Dumps it underneath to Gainwell, and he is going to be very close to a first down. Yeah, unfortunately, 2 Miami players just started rushing Rodgers. They dropped out of coverage. Instead of one staying with Gainwell, both of them just kind of let him go. All right, 1st and goal from the 4. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Gainwell gets the pitch to the left, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and ends up getting hit in the back. We do have a flag, though, coming from the secondary. Candy canes made into pointy sticks and used for self-defense against kids. 100%. Ooh, there's the face mask. Never a doubt. Never a doubt there. That was Jordan Brooks, who's made some really good plays here in the first half. That is not one of them. It looked like they had stopped Gainwell for no gain on that one, forcing a second and goal, but it's not going to be first and goal at the 2. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. 2 receivers stacked up on the right side. Darnell Washington in motion to that right side. Warren is the running back. Metcalf alone to the left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Warren, and he goes right up the middle, and I think he's down at the 1. Yeah, that knee hit the ground way before he crossed the plane. Yeah, that was the one thing about Kenny Canes, man. No, like no matter what you did, it was like I don't know. As a kid, you can never finish it enough until it starts to like it always just got all over your hands, man. It got so sticky and gross after a while. It's just like, yeah, it's too dense. It's too dense. Hand off to Warren, and he is stacked up again. Maybe on the second effort he got half the yardage, but still not into the end zone. And the Steelers are going to have to start thinking about using the timeout here. There's about 25 seconds left. 3rd and goal coming up. Oh, that's why Darnell Washington ran right into him. The first guy that hit him was not even a Dolphins player. That was actually his own teammate taking him out. Yeah, Washington was coming across the formation when Warren got the handoff, and he was trying to get it. Like I said, Warren is a quick running back, man. So twitchy, so explosive, and a little bit too explosive. He couldn't get it. He didn't really wait until the big man was out of his way. Instead, he runs right into him, loses some momentum, and then the Dolphins able to rally to him before he can punch it into the end zone. All right, Pittsburgh used their second timeout here, stopping the clock with 21 seconds left. It's going to be another tight end sneak, and I think he got it here. And there it is. It has not been a pretty first half, man, but we finally got our first touchdown of the game. Connor Hayward from 1 yard out. And the extra point is good. Sorry, I keep on saying Connor Hayward is a tight end. He's actually the fullback in this offense. All right, man. 17 seconds left. We got our first touchdown. These are the games. These are the games that I have just. These are the games that why I made the decision to just turn on the lights. Right away, just right away. Unfortunately, some of the primetime games have been a little bit hit or miss over the last 2 months. I remember a couple of weeks ago, I had the thought. It was not like a serious thought, but it was a thought. I was like, what if I made a drinking game out of how many punts we can get in a single game? Then I was like, yeah, but I don't want to die on stream. uh, See, Strom, speaking of primetime games, Christmas is going to be interesting. Vikings, Chiefs. I think Cowboys are around then too. 100%, man. It's gonna be a wild NFL schedule the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I think starting next week, they're gonna be having some games on Saturday. Yeah, which we will be doing some here. Actually, there's a great time. Actually, I'll wait until halftime. But yeah. So next week, so obviously Thursday, Los Angeles, Seattle. That should be hopefully a good game. Though Seattle's offense has been kind of hit or miss. They didn't score a single point technically yesterday against the Colts. It was all Jason Myers, special teams. So yeah, we'll have that for Thursday. We'll have for sure Green Bay, Chicago for Saturday. That should be a really good game. We'll see what the Packers look like. We'll see what Chicago looks like. Yeah, Green Bay obviously gonna miss Micah Parsons. Luckily, all the other injuries throughout that game: Zach Tom, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Evan Williams. Seems like all of those are going to be closer to day-to-day injuries to monitor instead of potentially season-ending, like Micah Parsons was, unfortunately. Let me see what else. Philly, Washington. May be able to do that game, but we'll see. To be honest with you, neither of them are attractive to to watch. To be honest with you, so who knows? I do work on Saturday, but it'll depend. It'll depend. But anyway, 17 seconds left. Miami with the ball, hands it off. Achan makes a man miss, gets it down to the 43, picks up about 6 there, 6 or 7. David, yeah, well, 15 seconds is enough time to score a touchdown for an elite team. Heck yeah. All right, well, that was it. Miami was trying to see if they can maybe break off one without risking the biscuit by throwing it, and they could not. So, halftime awaits. All right, man. All right, so for the announcement, faux shizzle. Okay, I feel you, David. I feel you. Right on, right on. But for the announcement, I'm going to be retiring, but I will be coming back when I'm 44 years old, just like my favorite quarterback of all time, my hero, Philip Rivers. So I'll see you guys in a couple decades. I was going to say decades, probably actually not even decades at this point. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No. So next week we will still be doing what looks like I think 5 games. We might be able to do 6 once again. We will be doing 5 games, but we will not be doing San Francisco and Indianapolis on Monday. I'm actually going to be hosting my family for our Christmas or holiday, so I will not be available for that day, man. So, Seastrom, see you then. you're a little too happy with that comment, man. You want to tell me something? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so we should be doing Los Angeles, Seattle. That's 1 game. Green Bay, Chicago. That's 2. And then I think we'll be doing. I'm trying to see here. We might do. We might do. We might only be able to do 2 on Sunday. So yeah, we'll either have 4 or 5 games next week for sure. We're definitely gonna be doing Sunday night. Obviously, those are always like good primetime games. Those are always pretty solid. But yeah, I gotta get ready for that. That I gotta cook up some beans. I gotta get everything organized. I still haven't even wrapped any freaking presents, man. So I gotta do that as well. I'll be doing that probably after this stream. So, boo! We want a family stream. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would do that, man. But once they get on the stream, man, they'll take over this channel. Then it won't be I'm not a coach. It'll be just a bunch of rugrats just running around. They might not even be doing. They might not even be doing football games, man. They'll be doing like like the like kickball at their schools, which to be honest with you, could be even more entertaining than the NFL. To be honest with you, imagine they're like, all right, little Maggie, lining up for this one. She kicks, she misses, and she lands on her back, and now she's crying. She's crying, and the pitcher is now also crying. And now the other players that are waiting to kick, they're also crying. Everybody's crying right now, calling for their moms. But yeah, man, family stream, that'd be hilarious. I got some characters in my family, man. I don't know. That's actually a good question for you guys. Is there anybody in your family that you would think would be very, very good at creating YouTube content? Or like not YouTube content, but like any kind of content. Like you would be like, dude, I swear, you can make a reality TV show out of your life. You're just crazy. David, sports betting on youth kickball is about the closest you can get to being worth betting. 100%, man. 100%. Oh, that's hilarious. You can make these people need to stop with the drama. Llama Farm, Llama Farm series from my family. That's fair. Oh, you gotta love the family, man. You guys, they're whew, they're a bunch of crazy little people, man, but they're hilarious. All right, let's look at the stats here, man. So neither team is running the ball particularly well. I think the Steelers won when it comes to them. It's more of an efficiency issue. For the Dolphins, it's more of a committing to the run issue. So, starting with the Dolphins, Tua, 5 of 8, 61 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Devon Achane, 8 for 49 yards, averaging over 6 yards per carry. He's also the leading receiver, 2 catches, 23 yards. Julian Hill, 1 for 20, and everybody else, actually the only other 2 players that have caught passes have caught it for 10 yards or less. Jordan Brooks and Zach Seiler with a sack each. And then going with the Steelers here, Rodgers, 13 for 14, 105 through the air. 0 touchdowns, 0 picks, has been sacked twice. Jaylen Warren, 8 for 20 yards, averaging 2.5 yards per carry. And Kenneth Gainwell, 3 for 3 yards, 1 yard per carry. And Connor Hayward, who has been only carrying the ball on those fullback sneaks. He's 4 for 4 for a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, the most productive receiver, 6 catches, 41 yards. Darnell Washington, 2 for 23. DK just 1 for 22. And Giannou, 2 for 12. That is about it, man. It was Asante Samuel with the interception there in the first quarter. David, the super short version is my mom doesn't talk to her siblings and my sisters don't talk to my parents. And my dad's side has so many people, it has clicks. No. Dahlia, there you go. Gotta get the phone out. Oh, the drama, man. 100%, dude. It's always weird too. I don't know, maybe because I'm not super, I don't know, man. Having that kind of drama is just can't do it. I'm just like, let's move on. Let's move on to something else. But yeah, man, I never understood it. Never understood not talking to family. You can be mad at them still, but it is what it is. But the YouTube fam right here, man, we always talk to each other. Let's see the team stats here. Steelers are averaging less than 4 yards per carry. They do have 10 first downs, though, twice as many as the Dolphins. Third down efficiency, not much in this game. Combined, they are 2 for 11. Oh, I thought that was the ice cream emoji, man. That's I didn't know that was the poop emoji, man. I've been sending some. Now in hindsight, I've been sending some weird text. That makes it sound more nefarious. Never mind. I'm gonna take that joke back because it sounds weird. That is a poop emoji. I knew that the whole time. All right. Where are we at? Yeah, time of possession, about a 5-minute advantage for the Steelers. That's about it, man. Otherwise, not many penalties in this one. Steelers with 1 for 10. Miami 3 for 6, and that's about it. So the Dolphins, to me, they have to commit to the run, use the play action when they finally are kind of getting that Steelers defense to kind of come down. Like TJ Watt is not here, man. You should be able to just rip a couple deep passes down the field. Like this secondary for the Steelers is not good. They have not been great for most of the season. The fact that Tua hasn't been able to find room is concerning. So commit to the run the heck out of the ball. You got 3 really solid backs, and then get Tua with some play action. And then finally for the Steelers, I would say you need to throw the ball. Put the Dolphins secondary in bad positions. You have tall, fast receivers. You got some massive human beings at tight end. Use those guys. Do not worry about the run, because right now it's not working. And get your running backs. Warren and Gainwell is being involved. Obviously, he's caught 6 passes. But get Warren involved as well, man. I want to see that guy catch something a little bit down the field in motion. Like a little bit of an angle route and go. So that's what I think these teams should do in the second half to potentially secure a win. All right, Steelers returning this one, and it's going to be an okay return there by Jalen Warren. All right, Warren with the handoff, breaks a couple tackles and gets it down near the 35. It's a good run. Heck of a run, dude. Okay returns, not to be confused with the band OK Go. Heck yeah. All right, man. Rodgers in the shotgun. Receiver in motion. Running back to his right, Adam Thielen. And it's going to be another run here by Warren, and he picks up about 3.5 there. Nearly gets the first down, so 3rd and inches coming up here for the Steelers. Runs right up the middle, no messing around. Picks up 2, first down. All right, both of these teams combined have converted just 25% on 3rd down. 3 for 12. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 40. Handoff, Gainwell bouncing into the right side. He bounces off a tackle to the 50. He's loose to the 40, 35, 30, 25, and goes out of bounds near the 23. Big run, big run, big run. Woo! Number 21, dude. That is Ashton Davis. Not even trying to wrap up. Just trying to hit him with a like, dude, come on, man. The last line of defense, wrap him up, slow him down. Just bad tackling by Miami here. All right, we got first and 10 ball at the 22. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver on the left side there. Looks like a two tight end set. And Gainwell able to withstand a tackle in the backfield, picks up about 2 or 3 there. Yeah, once again, Gainwell coming from Philly, where he spent most of his, I'll say most, all of his first couple of years in the NFL. So he did not have to move far. Stayed in the state of Pennsylvania. And we got second and 7. Ball just inside the 20. Rodgers in the back. In the shotgun. Hands it off. Nope, fakes the handoff. Throws it, and it's a wide open MVS, baby. The Packer connection is strong here. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Let's go. And we saw plenty of that over there in Green Bay, man. I think, trying to see, I think Marquez scored, it was like 14 touchdowns in his career there, maybe, in his 4 seasons there. And extra point is good. Steelers with 14 unanswered points, man. The offense starting to get going a little bit. Finally, some excitement here, baby. Let's freaking go. So we got 11:25 here left in the third. Miami fallen to a 11-point deficit here early in the third. Dang, dude, that was almost scarily accurate. So he scored 13 touchdowns in his career with the Green Bay Packers. So I wasn't really that far off. Yeah, he spent 2 seasons with Kansas City. He scored 3 touchdowns with them. Won 2 Super Bowl rings with them. Played for New Orleans and Buffalo last year. Scored 4 touchdowns with New Orleans. And then spent time with San Francisco before being let go and then signed with the Steelers, I think about close to a month ago. And now this is his first touchdown, not only as a Steeler, but his first touchdown since last year when he was with the Saints. right. The kick from Boswell does not land in the landing zone, so Tua in the offense for Miami here will get some great field position. And they needed it, man, because they have been struggling in the cold as they have done for for a long time. Yeah, in the Tua era, man, they have looked like one of the worst teams when they play in the cold. I remember, what was it, last year or 2 years ago? They just got absolutely handled by the Packers and Jordan Love in December. Might have actually been Christmas. All right, ball at the 40. Tua under center. Hands it off to Achan, and he is wrapped up after just a gain of one. And that is the old guard there over the middle, Cameron Hayward. Starting his, playing in his 225th NFL game. That is the second most in Steelers history. Tua in the shotgun, fullback running back in the backfield with him. He's looking, dumps it underneath, and that is going to be Alec Ingold catching that one for a gain of about 3. And look at that, man. Now with Philip Rivers back, Rodgers is no longer the oldest player in the NFL. Blitz from the Steelers. Tua can't get the ball out, and he takes a hit, is sacked on third down. Jalen Ramsey, the former Miami Dolphin, making a massive play there. Nice little corner blitz there on the left side. Punt is away, and it'll be caught at the 15 and wrapped up near the 23. So a gain of 8 on the punt return. Well, I had high hopes for the Dolphins here. Still not going to be writing them off just yet. We're still just 906 in third, but it is not looking good. I'll tell you that much. Haha, take that, Rodgers. Honestly, man, I hope the Colts make the playoffs and they go up against the Steelers at some point because that'll be the Grandpa Bowl there. Even though only one of them is a grandpa, but you know, Rodgers is old enough to be a grandpa probably. Yeah, the fact that Tua did not sense that pressure, man, gives that worries me a little bit, man. Dave, looks like you need some black tea or some exciting news. Oh my god. I was running around today, man. I'm not gonna lie. Running around, trying to get things done, and I think I overdid it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, guys. I promise I will pick it up here. Pick it up here a little bit. Oh man, it's been a long freaking week. Long freaking week. You know, like I said, man. I cried for about 7 hours after Micah Parsons went down. Got like 2 hours of sleep. Just nightmares, man, nightmares. Just kept on seeing Bo Nix juking me in my dreams. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Throws it, gets it out to DK, who makes a man miss. And he will pick up about 5 or 6 yards there. All right, the Steelers in the no huddle here. I like it. Ball to 28. Fakes the toss, gets it out to Washington, and he is good for about 2 yards. Holy cow, sorry about that. Rodgers ripping one deep, and that is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Rodgers is not happy with the no call. He is pointing to the referee. All Aaron Rodgers needs right now is the Karen haircut, and his attitude would match the haircut. He's like, give me your manager. Give me your manager, because that's what he looked like, man. It's hilarious. There it is. Now they're getting him a oh, come on. That was one of the latest flags I've ever seen. Video assistance. Dang, man. Rodgers really with that, whew. He's like, give me your manager. I know there's 12 men on the field. All right, you may not know how to count, but I do. Give me your manager. So replay assistant helped him out with that flag. 1st and 10. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield here, single receiver to the left. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Kenneth Gainwell picks up 10 yards in the first down to the 45. Same, didn't sleep, and now it makes sense. The stress of losing a key player of the pack. I know, man. It's the worst. The worst. All right, they're giving him 9.5, so 2nd and 1. Another handoff. Gainwell breaks a tackle in the backfield, breaks another tackle, gets it into the secondary and down near the 48 of Miami. 1st down. And Rodgers looking, dumps it underneath. Gainwell picks up about 4 on that one, getting it down to around the 43. All right. Karen Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. 2 receivers split out to that left side as well. Rodgers looks, throws, and he's nearly... Is that picked? No, it's not. Jordan Brooks nearly able to snatch that one out of the air, man. Woo-wee. Trying to get it out to Pat Freiermuth there, running down the right seam. All right, Aaron in the shotgun, single receiver to the right side. He's got 3 options there with Pat Fryermuth in the slot. And play clock is running down. And did they get a timeout? Yes, they did. Steelers needing to burn a timeout here to avoid the penalty. All right, clock is stopped at 6:39 here. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun. Running back motioning to his right now. 3 receivers on the left side. Looking at DK. No, gets it out to Pat Fryermuth, who's wide open down to the 30, down near the 26 there. First down, Pittsburgh. Dude, Rodgers has been efficient tonight, man. 18 for 20. In the shotgun, running back to his left. Hands it off to Gainwell, who's running to the right side, and he is going to be wrapped up for a loss of about 2. And that is the former Pittsburgh Steeler, Minkah Fitzpatrick, able to bring him down for a loss. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, Jalen Warren on the right side. 2 receivers split out to the left. Ball at the 27. Rodgers looking, pressured. And he throws it to the right, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it out to Pat Fryermuth there. 3rd and 11 coming up. And David, the longer the Steelers have these drawn-out drives, the worse the Dolphins' defense will be, and it's almost like the game is over already. Unfortunately, I think you are correct, sir. Yeah, because I don't think the Miami offense is going to be getting significantly better as the time goes on. It's only just going to push them into something that they don't really want to do, and that's Rodgers able to just smoke that ball. DK on his feet, breaking a couple tackles, and just absolutely horrendous tackling. Touchdown Steelers. There's about 3 different guys that had a chance to bring down DK, and neither of them just, wow, dude. In the words of Vince Lombardi, everybody just grabbing out there. It literally looked like a grown man was just stiff-arming children in the playground, you know. But yeah, that is a vintage Aaron Rodgers throw. The defender nearly able to bat that one away. Wow, that was woo. That brings me back to the Super Bowl there against the Steelers in Super Bowl 45, man. There is 2 passes Rodgers threw over the middle that were nearly batted away that ended up being, I think one of them was to Greg Jennings down the seam, and then the other one actually to Greg Jennings late in the game to eat up more time I think they ended that drive with a field goal. That was their final points of that Super Bowl. And yeah, dude, Rodgers still has the arm to make those throws, man. That is wild. Oh, dang. Stealing this game. Ooh. Dahlia with the puns. Look at that, man. Let's freaking go. I see you, Dahlia. All right, all right. I got you. I got you. That was a wet napkin defense. What's wrong with a wet napkin? Sometimes they come in handy. Not very strong, though. Not very strong. Yeah, that's like like the toilet paper commercials where they show the bad toilet paper and the good toilet paper, and then they put the quarters or coins in the center after wetting it, and then they lift it up and the one rips. That's the Miami defense right there. It's the one that rips. Also, it's been a while since I've watched like those kinds of commercials. Are they still around? Doesn't seem like they do those quote unquote tests anymore on the commercials. Dave, what player needs like 78 points for your fantasy opponent? That is Kenneth Gainwell. So I was coming into this game winning by 70 points. Kenneth Gainwell has 17.6. So he is, unless he has a historic next quarter and a half, I should be making it to the finals here. And I did look this up just because I was curious. So I wanted to see what is the most fantasy points ever picked up by a single player in a single game. Hold on. Return here, Eskridge gets a decent. He gets it across the 25, so decent return. Thanks, guys. My jokes usually fall on deaf ears. Unbelievable. That was good. That was good. No. In this chat, we're all ears, man. We're all ears. But yeah, the record for the most points by a single player in a single game in fantasy is one. There's two. Obviously, standard with no PPR. It is 55. That is Clinton Portis. All right. Tua throws it underneath. A-Chance trying to set up a screen, and that loses 2 yards. That looked horrendous from the beginning. And the most points ever scored by a player in PPR is Jerry Rice in 1990. He had 65.5 points. So yeah, Kenneth Gainwell would have had to would need to break that record for me to lose. You know. Knowing my luck, it would have happened. All right, 2nd and 12. Tua in the shotgun. Looking. Throws it and is nearly picked off. He literally just threw it to Highsmith. How do you not see one of the biggest human beings on the field here? Like, that thing was not accurate. If Highsmith doesn't pick that off, that is probably picked off by Duggar as well. what the heck is Tua doing, dude? He has played so much better leading into this game. Oh, he's got happy feet. He's got happy feet. And just throw it away, dog. What are you doing? And that is Peyton Wilson with a sack on Tua. And Tua Tagovailoa, man, he is gun shy right now, man. He is just unwilling to rip anything, whether it's down the field or just throwing it away. Uh-oh. We got a Dolphins receiver that looks like he got injured on the previous play here. All right. Calvin Austin returning it, and he gets it down near the 32. The regression of Tua Tagovailoa will be studied one day. 100%, man. What was it? A 4-year, $212 million contract? It's no good, man. There was a holding penalty on the Steelers there on the punt return, so that'll actually move them back. That is on the receiver, Ben Skoranek. Looks like he's going to cost Pittsburgh at least 10 to about 15 yards, depending on the spot. Yeah, Chris, you gotta talk to Mike McDaniel, man. Here when we head to the fourth quarter, you gotta give him a call. Be like, hey, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, and unfortunately, the bad thing leading into this game, and it does make a little bit more sense. The Steelers do play a lot of zone, like a significant amount of zone, and Tua has struggled for most of his career, especially the last couple of years, but this season especially, he has really, really, really struggled with zone coverage. So it does make a little bit of sense. I was just hoping that they would be willing to run the ball a little bit more, maybe use their running backs as an extension of the passing game a little bit. That way, and like I've always said this, and it is something that I do believe. I know it's a little bit more difficult, and I know it's easier said than done. But when you are a team that is struggling to get the ball to your receivers because of the routes that they're running, like the stop and go, like a route that they run, they stop, they turn around. Like especially in zone coverage, that is difficult. In zone coverage, you want to keep your receivers moving, and then be able to adjust on the fly. And that does take chemistry. That does take time to develop, to be able to find a spot to settle into the zone. But that's the one thing that's not really happening with the receivers that they have right now, and it's also not happening with Tua. He's a little late on the reads, and by the time he finds a guy that's open, it's no longer open. So I don't know. But not by Tua or Kyler Murray because video games. Well, gotta get those video games in, man. Gotta get the achievements, man. They're not gonna get themselves. Come on. All right, 1st and 10, 3:12 left on the clock. Rodgers play action, gets it out to Washington, who drops it. The big man. And that is, I believe, Aaron's third incompletion of the day. Yeah, right now Miami negative 20 yards in the third quarter, while Pittsburgh has 143 and 2 touchdowns. Rodgers hands it off to Warren, and he is wrapped up after a gain of about 2. All right, 3rd and 8. Rodgers alone in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers on that left side. Miami showing a lot of pressure. They send 5. Gets it out to Pat Fryermuth, who's going to come up about a yard or 2 shy of the first. And we're going to get a late flag here. I think it might be on Miami. Yep. Unsportsmanlike conduct. After the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Taunting, number 20 there. That is Jordan Brooks. Yeah, he was standing over Pat Fryermuth, so they got him for taunting on that one. Yeah, so unfortunately the NFL committee has been trying to get rid of that kind of stuff out of the game. They don't want guys standing over players after, delivering a hit, which is like these please man, these are grown men. I'm not saying that they're all going to handle it like adults. They're going to get emotional. Some guys are going to take offense to it, but like let's can we not? Kenneth Gainwell cutting it to the right side and picks up a good chunk there, 8 yards, and they are going to be in Miami territory. I don't know. To me, like standing over a player, it's one thing if you literally like step over him and you're basically on top of him, preventing him to like getting up. But being just near him and looking, it's just like, come on. All right. Another handoff. Gainwell picks up a first down, picks up 3 yards, and he will be at the 46-yard line of Miami. Oh, taunting, yeah. That's a bit BS. He didn't move to stand over him or whatever. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be wrong. If a guy literally steps over him or stands on basically on top of him, 100%. You're slowing down the game. You're kind of being weird. like you really want to put your junk in front of a dude's face? I'm like, come on, man. All right, it's like you can do that in the locker room, all right, man. But yeah, no, just standing near a guy is like, come on. Rodgers, play action, rolling to his right. He's going to take off, and the old man picks up about 3 or 4 yards, but there is a flag in the backfield. Maybe he was standing there talking poop on Wisconsin, and we didn't. Well, you know what? If that's true, you should flag him twice. Because keep my state's name out your mouth. All right? I almost messed up that line. Don't worry about it. I said it correctly. All right? I said, keep my state's name out your mouth. All right. For those of you that don't know, it's a tribute there to Will Smith, R.I.P. I know what you're thinking. Did Will Smith die? No, he didn't die. No. All right, that's going to be the end of the third quarter. All right, starting to get loopy now. That's when you're going to get unhinged Dave here in the fourth quarter. That should be the test to their temperament. Handle it by making a play on the next snap. Oh, now Aaron talking shit. Yeah. But you never know, man. So maybe some of those Dolphins are like, "Hey, man, we're gonna be kind of done by early January. Like, hey, where do you get some ayahuasca?" And Roger's like, "Well, oh, let me tell you while I'm over here. So you get a guy." He's like, "Yeah, you can text me. I'll give you my ayahuasca guy." Oh, I was thinking Arby's. Ooh, Arby's. A Ron said the actual word. Oh, there we go. I was thinking Papa John's, man. Papa John's. All right, baby. We are back for the fourth quarter. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Single receiver on that right side. Looks like DK. Ooh, quick throw to Pat Fryermuth, sidesteps the tackler, gets it down across the 30, and the Steelers on the move again. They're looking to put the final nail in Miami's coffin here on this drive. Sorry, Chris. Sorry. Yeah, that last throw by Rodgers, man. Once again, the old man still got the zip. Hand off to Gainwell, cuts it up the middle, and he is good for about 5. I want to go back and hear what the Dolphins said to Aaron for him to say, "You guys are the ones talking shit." Uh-oh, girl drama. Oh, boy. Roger said, "Oh, no, you didn't." Oh, man. Dude, I would pay a good $5 to hear Aaron Rodgers say, "Oh, no, you didn't." But like the full on accent, like a whole thing. Maybe you add a couple snaps to it too. All right. Jalen Warren gets the pass on the right side. A nice little flat route, picks up a first down. I warned you guys, you're going to get unhinged Dave a little bit here, a little bit wonky Dave in the fourth quarter. It's been a weird game, been a little slow, a little tired, a little, weirdly enough, hungry but not thirsty. So, all right, we got a Miami player down on the ground here. And that is Minka Fitzpatrick, who is down on the ground. So that makes sense why I saw Mike Tomlin head into go towards the field here. He's trying to trying to make sure that Minka is okay. Minka spent 5 seasons with the Steelers. He started his career with the Dolphins, got traded to the Steelers, and then 5 years later got traded back to the Dolphins, which you don't really see often, to be honest with you. David, girl drama without the cat fighting is the worst kind of girl drama. I know, right? Can't even get pillows. Come on, unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, so we're on a commercial break here. So the news is this is from Fairball FB on Twitter. Minka Fitzpatrick down on the field and banged up. Some of his former teammates come over to check on him, and he gets a small cheer as he exits the field very slowly. So he was able to walk off the field without any help, but that's not good. All right, so it looks like we're back here. Rodgers is going to try to lead the Steelers to their fourth consecutive scoring drive here. Scored a touchdown before the half, and since then they have just scored touchdown after touchdown, trying to get a fourth one here. Rodgers under center, tosses it to the right, and that's going to be to the rookie Johnson, and it's a touchdown. Sorry, that's actually not Johnson. That is Giannu Smith, who was lined up at the running back in the backfield, gets the pitch, and just outruns everybody. Wow. His first scoring rushing touchdown of the season. Jonnu Smith, man. Woo. That old man's got some wheels. And who was his basically his lead blocker there? That was Darnell Washington. All right, Boswell's kick is good. Steelers with 28 unanswered points here. $13:01 left in the game. OMG, OMG, Becky, look at her. You said you couldn't resist. Are you talking about the joke or the butt? Nice. All right, Boswell's kick is gonna be down. Sorry, gonna be caught inside the 5. Return to the 20, 25. There's gonna be some room, and we'll get it out near the 36. That is Eskridge with a great return. All right, Tua in the shotgun, looking. Throws it underneath to Devon Achan. He's going to make a man miss to the 40, to the 45, and we'll go out of bounds near the 50. Nice little catch and run there by Devon Achan. Picks up about 14. Yeah, right now the Steelers' defense is going to be playing a lot of soft coverage, just trying to make sure that they don't give up anything over the top or super down the field to give Miami a quick score to kind of, make them eat up the clock as much as they can. It's going to be a toss to the left. Achan with a lead blocker. He stumbles his way for a first down before going out of bounds again. Second and 1. Tua looking. Throws to the left. He's got a man. Jalen Waddle down to the 26. And that's a first down for Miami. And it looks like now Jalen Waddle is slow to get up. So he's able to walk off the field under his own power, but very, very gingerly walking on that right foot. All right, we got a 3 tight end formation. Oh, they split out to the left side there. 2 alone in the shotgun. Throws it over the middle and able to throw it and just drop it in a bucket to Darren Waller just above Patrick Queen and just in front of that safety man. Hell of a throw. First and goal inside the 10. That might have been Tua's best throw of the night. Oh, crap. Sorry. Hold up. Tua looking, rolling out to his right, avoiding the pressure. There might be a penalty. No, and throws it incomplete. Great coverage there by the Steelers. Yeah, Tua just throwing that one away. And we got 9:48 left here. Tua 9 for 14, a buck 20. Sorry, buck 15. No touchdowns, one interception. Throws and it's caught. Darren Waller. Tight coverage, able to just jump up and get it with a guy draped all over him. All right, man. Miami's showing a little bit of life here offensively. All right, Miami going for two here. Trying to cut this down to a 17-point lead. Tua looks, throws it out the back of the end zone. Never really even gave Darren Waller a chance on that one. Come on, man. All right, man. 3 more of those for Miami, and they win the game. Just saying. I'm just saying. They can get a pick 6 off of Aaron Rodgers. You know, get another turnover, maybe force a fumble, score quickly. I mean, we're back into it, baby. Come on. Come on. All right, looks like we're back here. Caught at the 6, return to the 20, 25, 30, and getting it down near the 36 is Jalen Warren. So the Steelers' 4 straight touchdown drives. That is the first time that has happened since 2018. Dang, that is a long freaking time. I was a young man back then. Dude, I still had a good 40 time back in 2018. And it's going to be a handoff to Warren, and he is stacked up right at the line. All right, 2nd and 9. Rodgers under center. Tossing it to Johnson on the left side, and he is going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the carry. Clock continues to wind. We got 8:35. And Miami still down by a full 3 possessions here, 21 points. Sorry, uh, 19 points. My goodness. I can do math. I can do math. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, 3 receivers on that right side, and Aaron is going to use a timeout here. That is Pittsburgh's second. All right, 3rd and 6. Rodgers in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out to that right side. 4 receiver set. Quick throw gets it out to Warren, who's going to be very close to a first down. I think they're going to mark him right at the line to gain. So they were initially marking it a first down, but now they're saying, I believe it is 4th down. Yeah, it looks like he's about half a yard shy. Honestly, all things considered, man, this has been a pretty decent game here in the second half. Rodgers is a little disappointed that they're not going for it on 4th and 1. They're going to punt this one away. And Waitman's punt is luckily he was able to corral that low snap. And Eskridge able to get away from a player and gets blown up down near the 14. All right, man. Tua and this offense are going to need to go 85 plus yards to get another touchdown here, man. All right, 1st and 10. Tua in the shotgun. A bunch of backs and receivers in the backfield with him. Gets it out to, I believe that is Ollie Gordon. Sorry, no, that's the backup right. Picks up about 9 on that one. 7:05 left on the clock. Clock is running. So yeah, if Miami loses tonight, man, their playoff hopes are over officially. Tua avoids a sack, throws it down the field, and gets it to, I believe that is Julian Hill, the tight end, picks up a first down. Patrick Queen getting in his face, talking some smack. All right, ball at the 27. Pressure. Tua goes down, and it's the old man in the middle. Cam Hayward bringing him down. Chris, what I'm most mad about now is that I have tickets to a game next week with 0 playoff implications. I'm sorry, brother. Dolphins and Bengals both eliminated. Well, hopefully that just means that they both just say, you know what? Screw it. Let's give these people a freaking show. Let's hope that's what they do. Finds a man open down the right sidelines. I believe that is going to be Dulcich. Picking up some big yardage there along the right sideline. Greg Dulcich with the best looking hair I've seen here tonight, man. Just look at that. Look at the curls on that bad boy. Woo. Dude's looking like Shirley Temple out there. All right. Ball at the 50. Tua in the shotgun. Pressure. Throws it out. And ooh. Okay. That could have been ugly, man. Darren Waller able to snatch that one for about 3 yards. Got hit low by Asante Samuel. But I think luckily Samuel kind of... Jeez. I was going to say he looks like he eased up, but I don't think he did. But yeah, he was going right for Waller's knee, and it bent very awkwardly. Then his kind of like... Yeah, it looked like an ugly hit, but luckily no damage. Ugh. Quick throw, gets it out to Waller, picks up the first down, and he is down near the 37 of Pittsburgh. We got 3:37 here. Clock is running. Yeah, Miami's going to have to score within, I would say, the next minute if they want to have a legitimate chance of being able to come back in this game. Tua lofts it to the left, and that'll be Achan with a nice catch. Picks up about 4 or 5. Goes out of bounds too, stopping the clock at 3:19. Chris thought that knee was a goner. 100%, dude. As soon as I saw like him kind of almost fold, I was like, "Oh no!" I was gonna see not again, not again. But luckily, Waller able to avoid an injury. Tua avoids a sack, finds his running back to the 20, to the 15, and down to the 13. Devin Achan getting away from the defender, giving Tua somebody to find down the field. And that picks up a big first down inside the red zone, inside the 15. All right, we got 2:40 left in this game. Clock is running. Miami's definitely going to have to score before the 2-minute warning. Once again, got to get the ball back, score quickly, and maybe try an onside kick. But all right, Pitt is actually going to use their final timeout here, so saving a couple seconds there for Miami. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 13. Tua in the shotgun, looking. It's going to take off. No, lofts one up, and it's a touchdown. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Holy cow. Beautiful. In his head, he can come back. Anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. Tua Tagovailoa stepping up in the pocket, delivering a strike, and finding Darren Waller in the back of the end zone. Terrible coverage by Jalen Ramsey there. All right, baby. All right, baby. Come on, man. Get the. And they're going for 2, obviously, here, trying to shrink this to an 11-point deficit. Tua with a little bit of time, and he finds Greg Dulcich, but it goes in and out of his hands. Honestly, it could have been a better throw by Tua. Dulcich was wide open, dude. And I mean wide open. Don't get me wrong, that's a drop for sure. That is definitely a drop by Dulcich, but I feel like Tua could have given him a little bit of a better bump, maybe taken a little juice off of that one. Man, dude, that is 4 points right there that Miami would love to have. I mean, even if you just kick the extra points right there, it is a 17 to 28 game right there. So that's touchdown, 2-point conversion, and the field goal. So, I mean, you still got a lot to play for. A lot, like you would need a lot of things to bounce your way. But damn. Dolphins said we are making it a double-digit score. Yeah, right now the Steelers are still up by a full. I was gonna say a full 2 touchdowns, but actually, it is 2 touchdowns and 1 extra point. All right, so we got 2:35 left, and Miami's gonna try an onside kick. Come on, man, cross your fingers. Let's hope they get it. Come on, come on. Nobody wants to see the Steelers just take a couple runs and finish this game off. Come on, give us a show. Come on. The ball, no, it's loose. Oh no! It bounced off a Steeler and then bounced right into another, man. Oh my god. I thought we had a chance. The first guy completely whiffing on it. That was Adam Thielen, the former Minnesota Viking. Going full Minnesota Viking there, nearly blowing a lead. And instead, it is the man who has been basically the only player that the Steelers have used on fourth down, and that was the fullback Hayward, able to recover. All right. Miami still has all 3 of their timeouts, so if they can stop them here, get a quick 3 and out, they can get the ball back, probably north of the 2-minute warning. Rodgers under center, toss to the right, and Gainwell gains 4. Dolphins use their first. Also, man, all the steam that is coming off of these dudes' heads when they take off their helmets, awesome. Freaking awesome. Like, I don't know if some of you guys live like in like big cities or like semi big cities, like in like when it gets really cold. I remember when I was going to school in Milwaukee, I would sometimes I would stop to get like a hot dog, and when they open up that bad boy, just the steam coming off of that. Woo. Second and 6, another toss to the right. This one goes for not much, maybe half a yard. That was Rasul Douglas and Jordan Brooks combining on the tackle. It's crazy to think that Philip Rivers was drafted in 2004, which seems like ages ago. Like, I mean, it is. It's over 2 decades ago. But Rodgers was drafted the very next year. And I don't know if it was because I kind of started paying attention around that time, but to me, Philip Rivers feels significantly older than Aaron Rodgers, even though there's only a 2-year gap in terms of age, and then a 1-year gap in terms of, playing years, basically. And actually, Rodgers has played more seasons in the NFL. All right, we got 3rd and 6 here. Ball at the 44. Rodgers in the shotgun. Play action. Rolling to his right. Pressure. The old man falls down for a sack. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back. All right, Miami using their final timeout here, stopping the clock at 2:14. And if they play their cards right here, they should be able to get the ball on offense north of the 2-minute warning. So they'll probably be able to run at least one play before the 2 minute warning hits. And the punt is away. Bouncing, bouncing, and it's going to be downed inside the 5, down to the 2. What a freaking play there by the Steelers. And number 15 there, man. Able to keep himself in the field to play, able to smack that one backwards. And that's Danny Smith there, the the special teams coordinator for the Steelers, man, just always chewing the biggest wad of gum I've ever seen in my life. He reminds me of Mickey from Rocky. You're a bum. And it's going to be a run up the middle, and that picks up about 3-4 yards, maybe. 2-minute warning hits. All right, so looks like we're coming back here. So Tua, 18 for 23. He's been fairly efficient for the most part. 214, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Devon Achane, 12 for 61, averaging a little over 5 yards per carry. Also has tacked on 5 catches for 61 yards. Darren Waller, 6 for 60, 2 touchdowns. And Rodgers tonight, 23 of 27, 224, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's been sacked 3 times. All right. 2nd and 6. Tua finds, looks like Waller again, picks up about, I would say 5.5 yards. I think he's going to be just short of the first down. And Tua sidesteps a sack, and he's still going to be brought down behind the line. Tua just unwilling to run to pick up the first down. So 4th and 3, this is basically the game. Throws it underneath. HM picks up the first down, still at their own 17-yard line. They got less than 60 seconds left. No timeouts. Clock is running. 3 receivers to the right, 2 in the shotgun. Has a little bit of time, and he's nearly intercepted. It goes in and out of the hands of his receiver. And Tracy Porter Jr. unable to hang on to that one. The only good news is the clock is stopped at 42 seconds. Tua in the shotgun, and Tua was trying to use a timeout that they don't have. And that's going to be a delayed game. All right, back at their own 11 here. Tua looking. He's got a clean pocket, delivers a throw about 3 yards down the field, finds Washington, who is tackled inbounds. Clock is running. 32 seconds. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. 3rd and 5 coming up here. Ball to 21. Tua steps up, finds Greg Dulcich, and he is going to pick up a good chunk of yardage down to the 38. 9 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. And unfortunately, that is how the Miami Dolphins season will end there. Damn. Well, after a tough one win, 6 loss start to the year, Dolphins, I mean, they tried. they went 5-1 coming into this game, but unfortunately just not enough in the tank. Just kind of dug themselves too big of a hole. Some other teams in their own division playing some of the best football in the NFL, Bills, Patriots. So we'll see what happens in the next 24 to 48 hours, or at the very least at the end of the season with Mike McDaniel. But for the Dolphins, they dropped to 6-8, and the Steelers extend their victory. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Extend their winning streak to 2, and they go 8-6 here. Look at that, man. We got Joe Barry, former defensive coordinator for the Packers there, over there in Miami, giving a hug to Aaron Rodgers. Spent a couple seasons there with him. And we're getting down to it, man. We only got 3 more weeks to go, man. Week 16, 17, and 18, man. And who knows? The Steelers could be in the playoffs, and they could, we can get a couple more games. I mean, this is one of the final games that we're going to have in prime time with Aaron Rodgers. He is going to be retiring after this year. There's He hasn't said specifically that for sure 100% this is going to be it, but he said that is very likely going to be the end of his Hall of Fame career, man. So, yeah, man. One last Monday night with Aaron Rodgers at the helm here. Oh, look at that. Rasul Douglas, former Green Bay Packer corner, giving a good hug and some kind words to Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, man, it's weird, man. I remember like growing up as a kid, man, and it's weird to say that. Yeah, that's how long Rodgers has been playing. But yeah, his first season, man, I think I was like in high school when he was a first start when he was like first starting. I think I was in middle school or maybe even elementary when I was when he got drafted. So it's been a while, man. But yeah, like Rodgers was the dude, So David, I picked Pitt. How dare you, sir? No, I'm kidding. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. I think because you got some family that are Steelers fans, right, my man? But yeah, man. Yeah, it's wild, man. We can basically count the amount of games that Rodgers has on one hand at this point in his NFL career. Unless the Steelers go on an unexpected Super Bowl run, we're watching probably the last 3 to 4 to maybe 5 games of one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever chuck the ball down the field, man. Like it's yeah, we're talking about top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL here in NFL history, and there's been some freaking great ones. Top 10, top 12 at least. Holy cow, man! We still got 4 people watching this late on a Monday night, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Luckily, the game ended relatively quickly, man. Usually, these Monday night games kind of linger into, and I don't mean linger is always is a bad thing, but sometimes they can hit 10:30, 10:35 in Central Time. So a relatively quick Monday night game here. All right, I'm gonna give a couple shout outs here before we head out. So shout out to David, Captain Mickey Mouse. I appreciate you, man. Chris, I'm sorry, my brother. Sorry your team couldn't get you a win here tonight. But hey, man, enjoy that game tomorrow, next week, man. There may not be playoff implications, but hey, football is football. Enjoy the environment. Get yourself a drink if you do drink. Otherwise, have some good food. Hopefully, you're hanging out with some friends or family, and just enjoy it, my man. It's don't worry about the other stuff, man. Just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the being out, doing something that you love, and hopefully you have a really good time. Let us know how it is when you come back, my man. Shout out to Dahlia, always popping in here. I appreciate you. Shout out to Seastrom. And I think that is all, man. We had the usuals, the regulars here, man. I appreciate you guys. I think the only person we might have been missing was like Steve, maybe. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Chris, thank you, brother. Absolutely, bro. Anytime, my man. I appreciate you. All right, guys. That's going to be it. That's the wrap on week 15. Week 16 will be another weird one. So, once again, I will not be doing Monday night. I will be hosting my family for our Christmas, our get together. So, that one, I'm going to try to get you guys at least, and I mean at least 4 games for sure. I'm going to try to get you 5 maybe. But we'll see you on Thursday. We're going to do a game for sure on Saturday. And then I'm going to try to see if I can get at least 2 more games on Sunday. Just because I might be cooking or prepping some stuff for that Monday morning. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. And go Pack Go. Fins up. We learned that today. And have a great one, guys. Once again, my name is Dave, and I'm